What committees will you be serving on?
Well, I'm serving on the Transportation Committee, which I've served on for the last 4 years, serving on the Higher Education Committee, this time as the ranking member, the lead Republican on that committee. And I'm serving on the Community Development, Housing, and Tribal Affairs Committee. That's a new committee for me. And the Rules Committee, which is the committee that takes bills that have come through committees, standing committees, and passes them on to the House floor.
What are your priorities for higher education this session?
Well, I think we need to maintain our funding for higher education so that we can continue to freeze tuition. I think it was a great achievement of the last budget that we were able to freeze tuition for our college students after years of rapid, massive tuition growth. And our middle class families are very squeezed right now as they as they face the burden of higher education. And we need to do everything we can to keep costs low in higher education as well as maintaining that funding.
What other legislative priorities do you have for this session?
Number one priority, we need to complete Highway 167. That is way overdue. We've got to finish 167 for the sake of our state's economy and particularly for our region's economy. It is the number one economic development project in the state of Washington, and I'm very hopeful that we can get a responsible package out of the legislature this year that includes some serious reforms to how the Department of Transportation does its work, because people want to know that their dollars for transportation are being spent well. But we need to finish 167 above all.
And what work from last year do you hope to continue this year?
Well, one bill that's kind of interesting that I started last year was around what's called pay for success contracts, which allows a private investor to come in, put money behind a human services program, and if there's savings to the state over time, the state will pay back a percentage of those savings. And it's a great way to get the private sector engaged in solving public problems. It changes the incentive model. I think very often in government we manage problems. We set up bureaucracies that just sort of deal with problems, and those bureaucracies grow and grow and grow. We need to get the private sector engaged in actually solving problems and actually making sure that those problems are resolved in a way that saves the taxpayers money. And that's what we aim to do again this year. And we're going to center on the issue of juvenile justice. And we've got a great bipartisan coalition coming together around Pay for Success, and looking forward to working on that.